Hey guys, my name is Brian, and today I'm reviewing Sony's XM6s. Are they worth $500? What were they? $450? Everything feels really nice. Feels well made. The software is good. The build quality is pretty good. You know, there's no creaks or snaps or crackles or anything like that. Sony has a pretty incredible case, actually. Really small. Convenient little magnet over here. I like that a lot. Does feel a little cheap. Maybe because it's light. Maybe that's what they're going for. Comes with USB-C to USB-A cable in the box and 3.5. Now, everyone's a little bit different, so your mileage may vary. But when I'm looking at these, when I'm wearing them, I wore them for the first day for about, I think, 10 hours. Something like that, 12 hours. I was working on my house, mowing the lawn, doing all this stuff. Then I went to Costco. So I just had a very varied experience with these. And they were comfortable at first, maybe for like an hour. But I've really noticed the headband at the top. It's not as heavy as something like the AirPods, and a lot of people say that's a good thing. But you have to keep these things on your head somehow, right? And so what they do is they make the tension at the top stronger so that it just doesn't fly out of your head. Versus something like AirPods Max, where they don't have to do that as much because the weight is naturally going to keep it down. And, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You know, everyone has their own perspective on what's better. But I noticed that just, you know, long periods of listening time, over an hour, you're going to feel that headband on your head for sure. Sound quality was okay. They sound like headphones, if that makes sense. They sound like the sound is coming from tiny speakers. So I've done, you know, lossless, 100% sure whether it supports lossless through the 3.5, but I've done it through the 3.5. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Premium. I'm subscribed to all of them. And they all sounded roughly the same, which is fine. Most people don't notice the difference between lossless and just regular streaming high def. The biggest thing wasn't necessarily the quality of the music or sound that was coming out, but more the profile of the sound. It sounded flat, and it sounded like there was a speaker on my ear versus something I was immersed in, the adaptive mode. Now, Apple's really good with this stuff. There's a couple of other companies that are pretty good. I believe Bose is supposed to be pretty good, or Google. But these were terrible. Man, every single time I went to go talk to a person, it would just go noise cancellation. And I'm like, dude, but I want transparency, right? Like, I was walking to Costco, I went under one of those big ACs. You know, they're huge, they're super loud, and I would go under it, and it would turn off noise cancellation. It kind of seemed like it was doing the opposite of what it should do. And sometimes I would just be sitting there, I just go boom, boom, and suddenly it was in transparency mode or noise cancellation. So it couldn't really make up its mind. Everything was up to date. I updated the app, Sony Connect, all that stuff, but it would just do that constantly, and it was really frustrating. It was really annoying. I plugged these in as well for gaming. So I plugged into my PS5 Pro with my DualSense Edge, and it sounded bad. I mean, some of the footsteps, stuff like that. I play Call of Duty, Overwatch. Right now I'm playing Jedi Survivor as well. And one of the things is, like, especially in Overwatch, is that they have really good sense of sound and, you know, people coming from behind you or the left and the right. And this just nothing. Just nothing. And when I put on my AirPods Max or even my gaming headphones that my wife gave me, it did much better at that job. So if you're looking for a headphone that can do everything, this is definitely not it, because it's not good at lossless, and it's definitely not good for gaming. I just thought it would have been a little bit better. I don't know if people are just, you know, they're bought by Sony, or they were sent to them so they feel a certain way, or they're used to crappy headphones, or they just don't have experience with music and stuff like that. Like, I've heard people, I'm not going to say names, say you can't hear the difference between lossless and streaming music. And it's like, yes, you can. 100% you can. Maybe not everyone can, and maybe not everyone cares, but you definitely can hear the difference. And I can hear the difference in these. The price point, I think, is a big deal. $450. There are a lot of headphones you can get for much cheaper than this, including the AirPods Max. Oh man, every single time that I decided, hey, you know, I'm just going to keep these on, keep them on my head, and walk around and not listen to anything. I can't tell you how many times not only did it turn off noise cancellation, but it turned off the headphones while it was on my head. And so then I would have to go take it off my head, turn it on, go into my phone, and then connect all the time. So frustrating. So for $450, I mean, look at these. This is a couple of weeks of use, and they're already folding and all that stuff. So imagine 2 months or something like that. It's just, I can't imagine this lasting long. I don't understand the hype around these. I really don't. I can't imagine a place in my life where I would say, yeah, $450 plus taxes, and these are 100% worth it. These are the go-to headphones. Sony's back on top. Sony's doing it. No, they're not. No, they're not. These are terrible. $470. If you really want Sony's and you have really old ones, yeah, these are going to be better than the XM5s, but wait for a sale. Wait for a huge sale. Get these $100 off, then maybe. And yeah, just wait, you know. Anyway, my name is Brian. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think these are the best headphones in the world? If you do, you're crazy, but let me know if you're crazy in the comments below. My name is Brian. I'll see you guys right here next time on the End User. Peace.